Today on Tanaka Homestead, I'm going to show you a chicken coop that we made out of a leftover desk. So this is what we started with. This desk was hanging out in our shed and doing a whole lot of nothing, and we just so happened to need some sort of structure to make a coop, well, a temporary coop for our two older chickens. Ta-da! Here it is. I'm telling you, this is a work of art. If you notice, it is literally a desk. Let me show you the modifications we made to make this functional. It was super easy to do. It was not costly at all. It was pretty inexpensive. Why did I do this? Well, this is just a temporary holding place until my other chickens get big enough to not be stomped and bullied by these two older girls. Okay, so that is always a possibility, and I try to minimize that stress. I have my 5 smaller chickens in the Eglu. They're doing some growing. I'm going to tell you, they are huge and they're eating so much, but that's what we want. We want them to grow, and hopefully by August they'll start laying. These girls are laying for the most part every day, but I wanted them to have a space of their own. Why? Because I keep the nesting door closed when the chickens are younger, so that I kind of train them that that is not a sleep area. That is only the place that you do business. But I need the door open for my big girls. So I needed it closed for my younger chickens, open for my older chickens. I wasn't sure how to really do that. And I'm sure some people have other ways, maybe better ways than what I'm doing, but this is working well for me right now. And eventually I'm gonna introduce everybody together once everybody's around the same size and the other ones start to lay eggs. But first things first, I ended up getting a piece of corrugated metal, and I had to use washers. They recommended these screws with washers to adhere the metal to the top of my desk. Wasn't a big deal, so that's what I did. And I created an overhang here so that the coop itself would stay pretty dry. I have beadboard on the outside. You see, my husband made a door and he made a latch system. So here's what he did. He made the door here, right? And then this door actually opens, okay? But I keep it propped open with these 2 poles here so that it's a smaller opening for them to go in and out, so they feel pretty safe. Within the coop itself, we have the beadboard in the back. We put a perch here, just a dowel rod that we screwed into the side, goes across, and this is where they hang out. And then right here, oh look, here's the nesting box. Now what's nice about this design is whenever I want an egg, I just pull the nesting box out and I grab the egg. I don't actually have to go inside the coop. In fact, I never go in here. This side of the coop was actually all enclosed, and my husband ripped out that wall. That was the enclosure for all of the drawers. There were metal rails in there that the drawers sat on that my husband also removed. So this is just a nice big open space. And what he did for this drawer here, the middle drawer, is there's actually a latch system in the back, so I can remove this if I need to have better access. But I've never needed to do that, so it's not a big deal. But I have some plastic covering on the bottom. He built a floor, it's just wood, and we put plastic covering on the bottom, and then I put my pine shavings on top. And all I do each week is I just scoop out the pine shavings, add new pine shavings, and voila, I'm done. I mean, this has really worked very, very well. Actually, a little too good, and I'm surprised because I wasn't sure how this was gonna go. The only thing is, probably should have had a smaller opening for the door, and we didn't, but I just keep those 2 poles there, and essentially they just, like I said, they go in and out. Now there's not an automatic coop door here, so I do have to get up in the morning, let them out. At night I come, I close the door and I lock it, but it's not that big of a deal for what it's worth. Here's the back view. You see the corrugated metal roof. We had beadboard in the back to allow ventilation, and then I went ahead and propped it up on these cinder blocks just to keep them up off the ground. If it rains, you know, with the wood and everything, I didn't want that to get all messed up. Remember, this is not a permanent solution. Although for some people, if you only have a couple of chickens, this really could work very well. And like I said, it was super inexpensive. We added the beadboard on the back, the beadboard door on the front. We ripped out the inner wall, and then we added a floor. And like I said, I put plastic on top of that just to make it easier to clean. But I tell you, they're in and out. They seem to really love this coop. And we're laying eggs. They're laying eggs too. You know, look at that. How great is that? Nothing beats fresh eggs. Overall, I'm very, very happy with how this coop turned out. It was inexpensive. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button, and happy chicken raising. Bye-bye.